Hey, artistic bestie. Welcome back to DP Nails It. I am DP, and today I am doing a pre gel-X, the nail extensions. I was in a slump and I wanted to do my nails, and I haven't used my Apres in a while. And I said, you know what? Why not? I need to make some content. I want to do my nails, so I will use it. I'm using the natural coffin medium because they have two versions, the natural and the sculpted. So mine is the natural one. It's more flat. The sculpted is more of a curve, depending on the type of nail bed that you have. So I said, yes, I haven't used my pre for a while. I've had it for a nice long while now, and I haven't used it in a while. So I wanted to do my nails. I wanted my nails done, but I didn't want to take too much time doing it. And like I said, I was in a slump, and looking at my nails will make me feel better. And using my hands with my nails, I love to do. So I said, let's do this, and it'll help change my mood around, which it actually did. Here I'm using my YN dust collector. I'm using the YN portable drill bit. It's only 10,000 RPMs, which is perfect because I didn't need anything strong. I didn't want to have to use my other drill bit because I didn't want to have to go up and down with the settings. This is a one setting, that's it. It goes a certain resistance, it's not strong. You can actually hold it and it'll stop turning. It's not harmful, and it has a light in the front of it, as you can see, so it helps you see a little better. I don't really need the light, but the light does help. It does. So I said I'm gonna use it. I don't use it often because I usually use my more professional drill, but for this to be a quick in and out, something that I just wanted to have fun with and might as well record since I'm going to do it anyway, I said let's have fun with my YN drill pen. Pen, right? Yeah, I think they call it a nail drill pen. That's only 10,000 RPMs a minute. So here I am using the ball pit to help clean out my cuticle area, but I realized I needed more of a needle point because I needed to get a little further under my eponychium, which is the skin area that people keep confusing as the cuticle. The cuticle is not the skin area. The cuticle is the actual white protein that is stuck on your nail. It is attached to your nail. But the skin, the dead skin that is attached to your finger, the skin that you cut off with the nippers, that's the eponychium. And I needed to get under there. So I'm using a different drill bit to get under there. And then later on, I will go back to the ball pit after I've lifted the area using the needle bit and clean it out better with the ball pit. The ball pit is great because it can go all around the skin. It could go onto the skin. It's great for helping to remove calluses. They have different sizes. They have a really big ones, bigger than I thought that they had, and they also have like a pumice stone type of ball pit for pedicures, and it helps to remove the thick callus. So get the size that you need because they're different sizes. It does make a difference if you get too big of a size of a ball pit, a ball bit, it will not clean properly. So you have to pick the correct size to clean properly. So basically that's what I'm doing. I'm just doing some prep work right now with the needle bit and soon later the ball bit to clean out my eponychium area and the cuticle area. I don't use my dust collector as much as I should because I just don't. But it was one of those moments. It was like, you know what? I'm in a slump. I kind of want to play nail salon right now. So I'm going to do everything to the, not necessarily to the T, but why not pull out all of my toys? So, and plus with my silicone mat, it makes it harder to kind of clean off the dust because you have to actually wet it to clean it off. I can't just wipe it off with a dry paper towel or even the duster. So I have to literally like wet it with some water and or alcohol and wipe it down with paper towel. And that was extra work that I really did not want to go through right now. So I pulled out the dust collector, which works very well. And I like this one because it's wide. It's wide. Most dust collectors are kind of more on the narrow side, and it kind of limits this workspace that you have. So you always have to stay in that one particular spot. But with this one, I can move just about anywhere within the frame of where the filter is at, and it catches it. And I've seen it, I've watched it, I've played with it, I've I've even colored, the nails one time when I first bought it. And as I was filing it, I was going at different angles, and I was just watching it, just being drawn into it. So between that and it's quiet, this one it's a pretty good quiet dust collector. A lot of them have they're kind of loud, but you have to because the fan, it makes noise. But this one is fairly quiet. It is. And even though it's wide, it's lightweight. I do like it a lot. And yeah, the filter's easy to change. I've had that filter for a while now because I don't use it like that. So I take it out after I'm finished using it. I dust it out. And I do have a backup filter for when I'm ready to change it. But since this is my own personal, because that's all I'm using it for is myself, I'm going to wear it out. So here's another reason for me to use it. Okay, as you see, I returned back now to the ball bit and doing my cleanup. Cleaning up. I am using both my hands. I am doing left and right. I typically like to do my right hand first and then finish it off with my left because with my right hand being done, it makes me feel like I'm doing stuff with my hands done. Like I have my nails done because I'm right-handed. So it feels like with my right hand being done, it makes me feel like my whole hands are done, like both of my hands are done. So out of experience, I just realized I like doing my right hand first, and then I'll finish off with my left hand in a sense of starting it. I'll rotate it. Not completely, finishing the right hand first and then finishing the left. No, I did that one time and that was too much work. So I was like, no, just alternate it. I'll start off with the right and then go to the left. And I realized I was more happier with that method because when it came down to doing my left hand, my right hand had nails on it already. And it just put me more in a better mood because my nails were done. So now I'm just doing my left hand and my nails are done already on my right. So it's a mental game, but it's fun. It's therapeutic. And that's what you do your nails for. You just sit, you do your nails for therapy, you relax, and you listen to the sounds of the drill and everything. I will do another ASMR of me doing my nails. I know I did an ASMR of me filing the nail tips in preparation for the press-ons. But one of these days I'll do an ASMR of me actually doing my nails. I also intend to doing an ASMR for the hair attachment so that you can hear the actual sewing machine going. But that's another topic for another day. So now I'm dusting off using my little duster, putting it into the filter. And then I'm going to use my nippers. I'm not a nipper person. I don't really care to remove all of the eponychium area because, for one, it can lead to bacteria because you're leaving open space in areas that's supposed to be protected. And two, if you keep cutting it a lot, it does lead to a thicker skin growing back. And three, um, I cut some of it, but I don't cut it to the point where it's like the Russian type. I mean, the Russian is just, it removes so much. It's just, there's nothing there, and it's it looks clean. Don't get me wrong, but that's just not my type of style. So I do remove some of the skin, but I don't remove it to the point where there isn't any skin left there. There's still some eponychium left. And that's just me personally. I don't like to keep removing so much of it to the point where there is none left. Okay, I'm all done. Putting all the dust from the edges down into the middle, into the filter. And going to take some nail wipes that I have and cleanse off my my fingers. You do see me reaching around in my videos because technically on my table, the way I am set up, I have things surrounding the platform right now. What you see is literally the middle of the table. And from my left, right, in front of me on the side, like completely surrounding this area, I have things. So you do see me reach over for reasons. Now with this area, we are now working on the press-ons. I've set up the quick, UV light so I can get it done real quickly. I have a finger stand so I can help balance because I be shaky. Already pre-sized my nails. And we're going to get started. Here's the pH bonder. That's the dehydrator. Honestly, you can use anything, including alcohol, but I use the brand because I'm using the brand's line. So I just decided to use the brand, the pre-brand of the bonder for kicks. Like I said, I had this for a while, so I need to use up my products. After the bonder, you put the primer, the Apres primer, and this is adhesive. It helps the nail to stick. Well, helps the gel to stick onto your nail, which then helps the gel that you attach to the press-on nail to stick onto the gel that's on your nail to stick onto your nail. So, oh, and I do have to say, please forgive me. I am going to be out of frame for a little bit and then I will go back into frame. I am still getting used to my new setup because I did change my setup to make it more appealing with the overhead. And honestly, I love this. I love this. There are times that I love the focal point of just doing what you're looking at right then and there. But there are times where it's like, yo, I really would love to show my whole mat. Like, I want to show my whole mat. I want you to see everything that I am doing, and this is my mat. This is the whole size of my mat. So with this being a new setup for me, I forget that I can lean in without my head poking into frame. And I haven't gotten used to that yet because I haven't been recording as much, unfortunately. I'm still recovering from this allergy attack, and I just set up this new setup a few weeks before that happened, so I haven't really gotten into getting used to it. However, that's why I do have this mat because it reminds me my limitations. And as you can see, yes, I moved it back into frame because I'm like, wait a minute, I'm looking at my mat and I realize I'm out of frame. I can just tell from my mat that I'm out of frame. So please bear with me. I promise you it'll get better. But yeah, I have to get used to reminding myself that I can lean in without my head being caught on the frame because of the new setup that I have. So what you missed for the first two fingers and won't miss for the rest of the fingers was me just applying the Apres gel onto my fingers, because you have to put a pre-coating on your finger and then you do another coat within the nail itself. So I did the coating for my nail, and you have to UV it. It doesn't have to be fully cured, it just has to be hardened. And then here you see me adding the same gel onto the nail. Now, I didn't etch the nail because that's what you need to do. It helps the gel go into the grooves, which helps longevity of staying on your finger. But with Apres, because they put their logo in it, that little, it's not a diamond, but it's kind of like an awkward diamond type of logo, and they number the sizes at the base of your nail. It's not at the tip. It's at the base. So between them numbering it and then them putting that logo thing, it's etched. It's etched. It's roughed. You can feel it, and you can feel that it's bumpy. So I said, I don't need to etch it any more than what it is. If I do that, I'm going to weaken it, and I don't need to do that. Even though, yes, the gel will help strengthen it, but at the same time, who's to say that I won't go too far and actually damage the product, which is a loss, and we don't want that. So I said, it's already pre-etched. They pre-etched it. Leave it alone. So take the gel brush and scrub into it, like really scrub your brush into those etch grooves, and then put another layer of gel on top of it. And then once you press down to place it onto your finger, and then quickly UV it so it stays in place, you're good to go. I'll do a full cure later, and that will be off screen because you don't really need to see that. And actually, I have it there. It's on the side of me to my right. I have it to my right, so I will be using it. However, you don't really need to see me doing it. Now I'm working on the next finger because I did do both fingers, the pinky and the ringman. So now I'm continuing on with the second finger since I already have the gel on that one. Here I added a little more gel under because I didn't put a full amount. As I said before, it's been a while since I've used Apres, so I forgot the exact amount to put on it for full coverage. So this one was a little less, so I had to fill in the gap a little bit. Unfortunately, once again, I'm off screen because I'm too busy looking into it. I want to make sure that I can really see it. So for that, yes, I was off screen. But yes, I was filling in the gap because there was just a little gap at the tip of at the free edge of my nail. And I just filled it in and wiped off the excess because that excess, once it hardens and then it sticks out and it bulges from under, and it's not cool. You can remove it, but it's a hassle to remove. So it's just best to remove it while it's wet than to do it when you harden it. And here I'm doing time management, honey, time management. So while that one is curing, I am working on the next finger to keep it moving, to keep it flowing, because I'm not trying to do finger by finger by finger. While one is being worked on, the other will be ready to be next in line. Yes, I am using a Young Nails, portable UV light. I know you're wondering, like, dang, girl, you got all the Young Nail stuff. Yes, I do, because when I started my nail journey years ago, I kind of bumped into them as a starters. And for the type of business that they are, with the mentoring and the videos that they put out and the how-tos and the showing you, step by step and all that stuff, and then just not gatekeeping stuff, it drew me into them and their products. So I started to support them. And then, of course, everybody knows their Black Friday deals are just phenomenal. So, and they have deals every month, basically. So it was affordable, I was always able to buy something from them on sale. So at one point, yes, I did have everything, all Young Nails. And so you're going to see a lot of Young Nails stuff. And I don't mind promoting them because they have good stuff. They do. They have really good stuff. Even in the end, what I'm going to use for my polish is Young Nails. And I love it. So it is what it is. You will be seeing Young Nails quite a bit in my stuff. But I do have other brands. Yes, I do. As you can see, I'm using Apres. And as you see in other videos, I've used Dev and D&D. Now, do I use everything Young Nails? Not really, not necessarily. Prime example, like their wipes. Their wipes are pure cotton wipes, which is cool. It's cotton, but they fall apart because it's cotton. So no, I don't use their wipes. I like their dispenser, how it comes into it. It's rolled up, and the box that is in, you can turn it into the dispenser because you open it from the side and then you pull it out. So it's on a roll and you're pulling it out. So yeah, I love that. is innovative. But do I use everything of theirs? Not necessarily. No. So here I am, keeping it moving. I got my index finger on the finger holder, and then I'm prepping my thumbnail. Like I said, keeping it moving, keeping it going. Time management. As you can see, this video is already an hour long, and that was me just doing things at a steady pace. I didn't necessarily go at a slow pace, but I didn't just to rush. No, I'm doing my nails, and I wanted to do them correctly, even if I was doing them on a on a I don't know what you call it, but it wasn't like it was full salon type flow type of thing. No, it was just, you know what, I want to do my nails right now. Excuse me. I want to have my nails done. I want to do them quickly, but I also want to do them correctly. So it's one of those in between type of nail situations. And I love this angle. I do. I love it. I feel like if you want to just watch the nails area, you could zoom in. It's no problem. Just zoom in. Zoom in. But I feel like there are times that you just want to look at the whole table of the person who's doing the nails. I go through that when I'm watching other people's nail videos, and they just focused in on what they're doing, but they got all their tools and everything around them. And don't get me wrong, that's cool, because if that's what all they wanted you to see, that's all they wanted you to see. But there are times that I do want you to see my whole mat. I want you to see my whole mat, and I want you to see what I'm using. I want you to see the setup. I want you to see me reaching for things, and the eyes traveling. The white screen, I mean, is YouTube. It has a white screen, especially if you're watching on a tablet. White screen. You're not just focused in on the middle. You can always zoom in if you just want to focus in on the middle. So I like to do a lot of 16:9 video edits so that it shows on your entire screen. So now we are working on the left hand, but the left hand is going to feel like I don't know, just it's gonna feel like I can't even express what it feels like, because my nails are done on my right hand, although they're not colored, but I can feel them. I grab items and they tap, you hear the nail tap. And I like that too. I like when you grab the bottles or you grab something and your nail taps on it. That's, that that sound is very therapeutic for me. I enjoy it, and I'm enjoying doing my left hand with my nails on my right hand. So that's just something I figured out along the way for myself, my own personal being. So I'm just prepping. I have put the bonder on the nails, and now I'm putting not all of the nails because I do it straight across, little by little. Because I kind of like having it fresh right before I go to put the rest of the product on it. And so I started off with the first two, the pinky and the ringman. And while the pinky is getting its UV on, I'm working on the ringman. Like I said, time management, keeping it moving. Shoot, if I had three hands right now, I would be putting gel on that that nail right now so I could place it onto my pinky. But you can't have everything, right? You can't have everything in life. Okay, so I'm getting started to put on the nail for the index finger. Um, in a few seconds, I will end up removing it because I realized it was on crooked. So it was an easy pop off because it wasn't fully cured anyway. And as you can see, my lamp went out. So forgetting that I didn't fully charge it, I am now reaching for my plug just to realize that my plug wasn't plugged in. So you will see me having to stop again to kind of reach under because my outlet is under me, to reach under and plug back the the outlet so that the UV light will be working on the outlet itself, not the battery. So I'm continuing on. I'm doing my thumb. I figured just keep going. And after I do my thumb is when I will remove the index finger and redo that again. I'm going to file it down because it has gel in it. So I will file it down to remove all that excess gel. And then I will have to reshape it around the ends, around the base a little bit because of any gel that may have spewed out. And do it all over again. Just put some fresh gel onto it, cleanse it, of course, remove all of that dust, and then apply some more gel to it, and then put it back on correctly. Make sure it's aligned properly. So now I'm working on popping off the nail. I am out of focus because I was looking closely to make sure that I was doing it correctly. I didn't want to damage the nail. So yes, I was out of focus for that. However, you can see that I took it off. And like I said, it was an easy pop off because it wasn't fully cured. It wasn't. I stopped it before it hardened up a lot once I realized that it was crooked. So here I am using the pen, the drill pen, and I'm removing all of that excess gel that's within it. And to show you that this drill bit isn't strong at all, you will see the sand bit kind of stall a little bit, and that's just because, like I said, it's not a strong RPM um, rotation. It's only 10,000, which is very low. It's fast enough to get things done, but it's still a low setting. So if it stalls, that's because it's not strong enough, which goes to show you how light it really is. And that's all I needed. I didn't need something that was so powerful that, was going to drill a hole into the nail. No, I just needed something that was going to do the job. I didn't want to hand file it, and the pen was something that works for me. So I worked with it. And yes, it does go reverse. So they have a button that when you turn it on, it goes one rotation, and if you hit it again, it rotates the opposite direction. So it has an on button and a rotation button. Yes, I have to comment on this one because you're going to see a little skip. Unfortunately, my data was corrupted, and I don't know why. Everything else uploaded, and for some reason it would stop at that point and it just would not play. It would not play. I could not get it to play. So I literally had to cut it out. It was about 2 minutes, but all you missed was me filing it, filing my nail down, the gel that was on my nail, cleansing it, cleansing both my nail and the false nail. And then you see me here now putting back the fresh gel and placing it correctly so that I can have it on straight this time. So you didn't really miss much. All you missed was the cleansing process. But unfortunately, yes, I did have to cut it out because for some reason it did get corrupted and it just did not want to play. But I'm glad that it didn't take a huge chunk and you were able to still continue to see the process. So, it's bittersweet, but I'll take it for what it is because it's not a huge loss. Okay, so now I'm ready to. Okay, I'm showing you the button. I'm showing you that it has a nice, pretty blue teal button when it's on, and it's so pretty when it's on. So I just wanted you to see that. I wanted you to see that it's actually on, and that's what it looks like when the button is on. It's like a nice, pretty blue teal. So what I'm doing now is I'm filing it to shape it onto the nail to make sure that it fits nice and snug, and you have to make sure that it fits properly so that it's not bulky or it's not going out on the sides. All of that can cause lifting. All of that can cause collection of bacteria, which you don't want. And also it makes it look more neater and cleaner because it actually looks like it's coming from your finger. So it's very important to file your press-ons to your finger if needed. They're not always needed, but there are times that you will have to do a little cleaning up to make sure that it fits properly, to make it look as natural as possible. Typically, like I said, I do like to start with my right hand, like having my right hand done, which means I'm using my left, but I'm right-handed, so sometimes I forget. So this is one of those moments that I did forget, and I did use my right hand first to fix up and clean up my left hand, but that's okay. It's only filing, you know, it's only filing. But big stuff like placing the nail and painting, yeah, I like to have that done first because it completes the right hand first, you know what I mean? So it allows me to use my right hand as if my nails are done already, even though I'm now completing my left hand. Okay, so now I'm using the file. Some people will be like, "Oh, you did it backwards. You're supposed to file first and then use the drill bit." It's however you feel. I do agree that it is better at times to use a file first because then it shapes the nail and then you just work around the base of your finger. But to be honest, I just grabbed that pin because I wanted to grab the pin, the drill pin, and I wanted to just start drilling. I wanted to start using it. So, and it didn't make too much of a difference because, like I said, this was already my size and they fit really well. So I didn't have to file much anyway. If anything, what I was doing is kind of correcting anything if it was at a slant and just shaping them so that they're straight. If anything, if that's what I was doing. But other than having to file them to make sure that they were the right size, I didn't have to file them like that. So I didn't really go for it first. I just went for the drill pen. Okay, dusting off as always, cleaning up, always clean up. Yes, I like to dust that off too. Put all that dust right in the middle. Yes. That's what the dust collector is for, to suck up everything. So I'm making sure that everything is in there. And I'm gonna just show you my nails real quickly. I'm gonna do a cleanse with the wipes and some alcohol. Yes, you can use water if you chose to, but I like to use alcohol because with the drill, if you have any broken skin, unfortunately, sometimes it happens, So if you have any broken skin, at least with the alcohol, it will help disinfect it so that you don't have any future infections. And here we are. We're off to the next video with the nails. I think because I'm trying to realize what happened, and yeah, it got corrupted again. I couldn't play you because I wanted you to see my nails, and it did not play. So unfortunately, I have corrupted data. But here we are. Thankfully, this showed too, because honestly, I had put this on another program, and this part did not play. It did not play at all. Like, it just did not want to play it at all. It uploaded it, but it didn't. It was literally a black screen. The numbers were moving, but it was a black screen, and I was like, "What is going on?" So I found another program that I was using anyway, and I had to just cut down everything to make it fit on there because it doesn't take too big um, of uploads, and it played on it. I was like, thank you. So I just worked with it and brought it on here. So thankfully it played, but unfortunately, yes, for this one I did lose some data, but all the best parts are not gone, so I'm happy about that. And this is the best part, is the what you came here for, to see to see the nails done and completed. So what I am using is Young Nails. It's called All Skill No Luck. And it's a nice dark blue. You can see it too. I'm so glad that it shows that it's a blue. It's like a navy blue. I wanted something dark, but I didn't want something like black. Like I said, I was in one of those moods, and I didn't want anything pink. I didn't want anything like girly. I was just like, I want my nails done, but I'm in a slump right now, so I want something dark, but not like black. And I looked at my swatches, and I was like, I need something that's both dark but not black. And I came across this one, and the beautiful part about this one is the more you paint it, the darker it gets. So as you can see, for this first coat, it's a nice beautiful translucent blue, meaning that you can see through it, but you can still see the blue in it. And although yes, I wanted that, but I still wanted some darkness to it, so I will be applying 2 coats to it. But in reality, that's all I needed. I just wanted the 2 coats. I could add another 3 coats to it, and it will still look blue. It would just look like it's almost black to a degree until light hits it. Once the light hits it, then you can see the blue color of it, the opaqueness of the blue. However, with the third coat from a distance, it does look black, but if you look up close to it, it does look blue, and I didn't want that. I still wanted you to see that. You could tell that when you looked at it, oh, it's dark blue. Yeah, it's dark blue. It's not black. It's blue. doing a little cleanup. Always got to clean up before you harden it, because it's so much harder to clean it when it's hardened. I mean, it varies. Sometimes it's easier to kind of just peel it off, but then it's attached to the nail, and now you're messing up the integrity of the art of the nail. So it's just best to wipe it off while it's still wet. A little pro tip. As I mentioned before, my nail lamp is on the sides. I didn't put it in frame. Honestly, I didn't even think to put it in frame because I already had it on the side because of the drill, the not the drill, the dust collector. And I'm working, this is space. I wanted some space. This is my workspace, and I do have a nice sized table, and I said, let me use my table, whether it's in frame or not, it don't matter. It's my table. I can use it. It's spacious. Go for it. So I have it to the side of me on the right, and that's what I'm doing. I'm using my table, my full table, and the UV light is to the right of me. So when you see that my hand is out of frame, it's because it's in the UV light. Last but not least, my thumb. And thank goodness for this finger stand, because I am so shaky. Man, I'm so shaky. Like, the nerves are just, the nerves. But I'm working on it. I'm working on changing the things that I need to change in my life so my nerves aren't such a wreck. I think we can all relate to that. A lot of it, unfortunately, can be your own environment, and a lot of it can be outside of, your four walls. So, and life, just life. But yeah, this finger stand helps me keep my balance with my own nails and other people's nails, if anything. It just helps. It just helps. Plus, it helps because you could put the bottom part on your palm when you're doing your nails facing you. I'll demonstrate that at another time, but I had to learn that from somebody else watching that, because I didn't know that you could do that. So yeah, that finger stand is very helpful in many ways. And here I am now applying the second coat. As you can see, it will get darker, but it's still blue, honey, which is all I wanted. I didn't want black. I wanted something dark, but I didn't want black. And this blue is so pretty, especially when the sun hits it. Okay, so now you can see what I'm talking about. My right hand is done. The nails are on, the color is on. That's it. All I'm doing is now using my freshly done nails, no set of nails on my right hand, and I'm just working. Now I'm just working. Now I'm just enjoying myself with my new set on. And here I am completing my left hand, applying the first coat of the color and keeping it moving. I do have to reach over for the UV light because, once again, yes, I am in the middle of my table, but I do have things surrounding me. So on the left of me, I can't place, well, I can, but I have to move stuff and I don't want to move it. And so I just, crossed over to use my UV light. But to the left of me, yes, I do have space reserved for things that I'm doing. So that's the only reason why you see me crossing over. I didn't want to move this stuff to put my UV light to the left of me. We're working on the second coat. Isn't that pretty? You see that? That is so pretty. Working on the second coat. I am so glad that I still have this footage because, like I said, the first video editing software that I uploaded it on, it was completely black. It was just black. The numbers were moving, but it was black. Nothing came out of it, not even audio. So I'm just happy that I can at least show you this because for a second I thought I had to scrap everything because this is what you came here to see. And without this, there was no video. What I was gonna do the first half and be like, well, here's just the after pictures. Imagine what I've done. Just use your imagination. No, I wanted you to see. That was the purpose of this overhead. That's the purpose of the 16:9 frame, so you can see. I'm not trying to gyp you out of watching me work. That's why it's called watch me work, not watch me cheat you, watch me scam you. No. So I'm just so glad. I'm so glad that this software that I am using played it. It played it. Now, to a small degree, very small, I am zooming through a little bit because I didn't fully charge my batteries and I didn't want to stop in the middle of everything because you know how that is. If you stop with your nails halfway done, you're gonna mess them up. Something's gonna happen. Like trust, something is not going to be right. It's going to be extra work for you to fix them. So I said, you know what? I'm going to beat the clock because I'm looking at the meter and I'm like, oh my goodness, the bar is down so low. So I did kind of rush my left hand a little bit, but off frame, I did fix anything that I needed to fix, and then you'll see the aftershots. But technically, all of this was still done on camera. I didn't do anything extra. If anything, I just cleaned up my edges because I would have done it here. I would have shown you, me cleaning up, with the alcohol. But I didn't show you that because my battery was low. So I did that off screen. And then here they are. I did the photo shoot photos, after shots, and that's it. So thank you for joining me, DP at DP Nails It. I will try to do more watch me work type of videos. I have to remind myself that record what you do, because I do quite a bit. I do, but I'm not used to recording, so I'm trying to get in the habit of recording. So bear with me. But yes, I will have more work and content for you. Thank you for spending time with me. Shop dpnailsit.com, and I will see you later. Bye, artistic bestie.